This is Toby Edser after Ebbsfleet 5, Ashford Town Middlesex 0. You must be exhausted.
Yeah, I always am after every game, to be honest. But no, it was good game. I think we had to play with our intensity, and I thought we all round put in a professional performance.
But everything seemed to be pivoting around you in the Fleet midfield. You were buzzing around, connecting everything, weren't you?
Well, we played a box today, so we knew we were going to have an overload no matter what in the middle, and we thought that would obviously we'd have a lot of the ball as well, and we knew we'd have to be patient. So I think we've done that, and I think you have to be brave in possession in those games. Well, in every game, but especially those games where you have to be maybe braver, like I said, and take those risks. And I thought we grew into the game, and we definitely showed that.
And you managed to sneak into the area and bag yourself a couple of goals.
Yeah, it's nice to get a couple of goals like that because I feel like I've been a bit unlucky this season so far. I've hit the bar, hit the post in the first half, and yeah, it's nice to get a couple of lucky ones, if you like.
It doesn't matter whether they're lucky or not; they all can, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, what sort of impact can a win like that do for the squad? When it's been a couple of moments when it's been a bit tricky this season, but I mean, it looked emphatic in the end today. I mean, is that going to give you an extra step in training this week?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just about momentum. These games can be difficult because you're expected to win, and if you don't win by a certain amount, it's kind of seen as a lose-lose sometimes. I'm not saying we saw it like that, but it can be seen like that. So, like I said, we had to be professional and keep the momentum up, take the momentum into next week, and then we've obviously got a big game on the weekend.
You got the first goal just before half-time in time added on, and I asked David Kerslake, how important was it that you got your nose in front just before coming in at half-time? Because the complexion of the game may have been quite different if you'd have gone in 0-0, mightn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's similar to league games. We find ourselves in similar positions like we did today, where we've got a lot of the ball, a lot of possession, and we've seen it a couple of times this year. You can see the goal from a set piece or a lack of concentration at the back or whatever it is, and all of a sudden it's even harder to break teams down. Their game plan doesn't necessarily change, but they've got even more of an incentive to be resolute, be compact, defend their box, defend their area. So yeah, like you said, it's a brilliant time to score. And yeah, it set us up for the second half, really.
And then the second goal coming a couple of minutes into the second half, that was like, well, now we can settle, really, because we've got a 2-goal cushion, we can go for it.
Yeah, it was, again, a really good time to score. And then, like you said, you can not relax, but you can play with a little bit more freedom. A
lot more flair, wasn't there?
Yeah, and I think, like I said before, when in those games you have to take risks, and when you're 2-0 up, like you said, you have that bravery and you can take even more risks than you would before.
And until you got the breakthrough, was it a little bit nervy that it could have been a banana skin against a side 3 divisions lower, that you didn't want to let them score because it would have been tricky to get back on it level terms?
No, not
you
really.
Always had the confidence.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we knew how the game would pan out. We knew we'd have a lot of the ball. We had to be patient. We had to be professional. Gaffer spoken all through the week about being focused and yeah, being professional. And thought we'd done that. And
what about the goals? There's some quality goals there today, weren't there?
Yeah.
As well as yours.
Yeah, especially mine.
That doesn't need to be said, does it?
No, yeah. It was. It's nice to always get a few goals in a game. The scoreline's obviously nice, but I think the performance, I keep saying it, but it was a real professional performance from us.
And what's interesting with the goal scorers, I think there's so many different goal scorers now in the team. Somebody's bagged a goal around, and it's good to see different people coming in on the score sheet with different types of goals.
Yeah, different people chipping in. I think it shows the quality in our team. A few seasons ago, there was only one man that was hitting the back of the net. We all know who that was. So it's nice to, like you say, share the goals.
And what's this going to do to lift you going for that game next week at Torquay, which long old journey, big club, I mean, fancied by a lot of people to be up there at the end of the season? I mean, it's going to be a big ask next week. Yeah,
but I think every game is. I think there's a lot of pressure on us this year, like there is a few teams that are being backed. So yeah, I think it's a big fixture in the league. There'll be a big crowd there, good atmosphere, but really looking forward to it.
And going back to the FA Cup, what's the best you've done in the FA Cup in your career?
Got to the third round, which was a really good occasion. I was at Woking, played Watford at home in the third round. So hopefully one more of them.
You'd like some more of that?
Exactly that, yeah.
Well, let's hope you're there and let's hope you do even better.
Thank you.
Cheers, Toby.
Cheers.